my god, the wizard Liz got cheated on. How on earth can she, the queen, the most beautiful, the strongest woman, be cheated on? Like, was Landon out of his mind when he decided to cheat on her? Yeah, these are the things that I have heard literally 5 minutes after I viewed Liz's story of her being cheated on. I had so many takes on it, and I feel like we could have dug deep into so many aspects about this whole cheating situation. But the one thing we wanted to sort of blow up was the wizard Liz got cheated on. And I think I want to talk about it with you guys because this is just problematic in so many ways. Okay, I'm like fed right now, so I think I'll be able to contribute to this video way better. But the reason that I don't understand why people were like, Wizard Liz got cheated on. In fact, I do understand, and I was giving the reasons why people can assume something like this or even exclaim something like this. Number one is because of everything that woman stands for and has been standing for over years now. The fact that she's so consistent with helping women out. I feel like I could connect with her so much with her level of consistency, passion, and vibration that she generally is vibrating on. You know, she's all about love and positivity. She's somebody that children and people from all age groups and walks of life would feel safe around as long as they're good human beings. You know, that's a really huge thing for her. She also is high on loyalty, respect, and cheating is huge form of disrespect. And a woman who has helped millions of people on the internet to enhance their self-esteem, to not tolerate cheating, literally just got cheated on. So people thought, oh my god, the person that preaches this whole thing is now cheated on. She did mention that, you know, she had exes that she wasn't really happy with and she wanted to move on, but she hadn't ever mentioned that she was cheated on. So this was like a shocker for all of us, and of course a matter of grief and sadness, because personally for me, when I saw that, I started palpitating out of anger the whole story. But I feel like what's wrong is to put a human so much so on a pedestal that you stop then humanizing them. You stop looking at them as a human being who is very much capable of having human experiences. And one thing she also stands for is like to never control people in your life, to not try to control what people say about you, they do to you, because it's them who do it. She wasn't the one that manifested this. People are saying that she manifested being cheated on. No, please. She happens to be a human who married another human being, and that other human being, being a human, of course, underdeveloped, unhealed, and whatever issues that human had, decided to cheat on her. But what we take away from this, though, is that the fact that she decided to move on, she decided to leave it because cheating was a form of disrespect for her, and she wasn't ever willing to let go of cheating. She didn't go after the woman that he went to. Another thing that I'm going to be highlighting, she literally just got up and left. If you have a deal breaker in a relationship or in your marriage especially, and if the person crosses that, leaving is your choice. I was watching a video of a very popular Islamic scholar, somebody that I'd always had mixed feelings about, talking to a woman who was complaining about her husband getting the second wife. Now, he was trying to enforce logic on her by literally yelling on the huge mic that he speaks on. The way he did that, though, was extremely inconsiderate. I think as a woman, especially when you love a man, I think it's very heartbreaking to see that man ever think of another woman, you know. Woman like that who does get cheated on, or who sees that her man marries a second wife, should be given a lot of love, warmth, and empathy. And if anything, she should be made to feel like she's enough. She's always been enough. The man, however, wanted more. It's always about the man, it's not about the woman. And that's exactly why. But then that scholar, if he would have dealt with her in a different manner, maybe she would have understood and agreed. But you know, a lot of these people, they just want to enforce and thrust their logic on other people. And it's not even an Islamic opinion, it was just something apparently logical that he was enforcing on her. And I just felt like that's not how you talk to people that go through something very painful and hurtful, you know. Then that comes down to being heartless. God will then see if you were not generous or compassionate towards his creation, because Prophet, peace be upon him, himself was very compassionate towards and very sensitive towards the issues that people would come to him with. Even if he would share with them the truth, the hadith, the words of the Quran that they needed to learn and to know in that very moment, when he would practice and preach Islam, he would be very generous, very kind while he would do it. He wouldn't be enforcing with that. Thing I wanted to highlight is that that scholar focused on that woman and tried to then thrust it on her, and it wasn't gentle. Even what we're doing right now with the wizard list is like we're trying to constantly move the entire radar and switch it on her and tell that she got cheated on. And that's why she's become the subject of meme for these memers all over the internet, telling that, oh, the coach lacks coaching skills, because she preached that women have self-respect, detachment and self-love, and they get up and they walk away if someone decides to cheat on them. Then how could she ever be cheated on? Well, the gap you're missing here, as someone that loves logic, a guy, I'm sure, is that woman never said that she will never be cheated on. She never said that she can ever control how a man behaves with her, whoever comes into her life. In fact, it's so logical and something we should sit and think about. How, when they had a podcast together, the Q&A that they did together, right before she uploaded that story of him cheating on her and she made it known, she actually said it in the podcast that tomorrow, if she and her husband in the future were to, which happened, were to fall out of love, or he were to like leave her, or something were to happen which would make them fall apart, which would make the marriage fall apart, she would just leave. She wouldn't really care a lot. And that's also something she predicted. So I don't understand what was these memers issue, what point they wanted to prove. But here's the thing, like, insecure men always want a reason to put a woman down. That is something I've understood. I don't think that I want to even argue with men who just find every reason to put a woman down. Like, we're all here on this planet trying to be our best versions, trying to not be wronged and trying not to wrong. If you're sane in our minds, like, I get up to like think about what is it I can do, and I hope and assume that people with a rational mindset who are not affected with something, let's say like a narcissistic personality disorder or a huge victim complex or insecurity, unless and until that is the case, people are actually trying to do good to others and make sure that, that comes back to them by doing good to others as well, right? So let's stop blaming the visit list. Let's stop pointing it out on her that she, of all people, got cheated on. And this is something I want to say to every person that's being like, the visit list is cheated on. She's the strongest woman and the most beautiful woman. No doubt that she's extremely beautiful and extremely strong. No doubt she's a warrior. But we cannot be saying that, comparing her to other women, because imagine if, like, your mother, the person who said it, your mother gets cheated on, God forbid. Would you say that, oh no, but like the wizard list got cheated on, or who are you? You know? Like, a woman deserves to be loved and taken care of no matter what. Even in Islam, it is very much halal to choose the person you want to marry. But you can marry the person you love. It is because you can choose the person you want to spend the rest of your life with. You can choose the person that you want to give some level of emotional control, or let's say like emotional availability in your mind to. Someone that you give that control to, hold up some level of space in your mind and heart to. You can choose the person, right? So Landon decided he loved her, he proposed to her, and then she chose him. Same way, like when two people fall in love, get married, they both choose each other, right? My point here being, I'm sure men look at her and they're like, she's really beautiful and mesmerizing, sure. But not everybody acts on that very first impulse. Not everybody wants the woman. Maybe some people have preferences as well. So let us like humanize the woman. And also, when you humanize someone, you remove them from the pedestal that you put them on, and it becomes very easy for you to love that person, right? I love the wizard list, but I do not put her on a pedestal. I don't think that she is incapable of maybe choosing the wrong person. She is. But what do we learn from her? Because she is an inspiration for us to walk out and to not look back, and to choose your self respect, and to choose yourself, and to prioritize your financial independence in such times, right? My take on Landon is that Landon, even when I saw in the Q&A that they did, and people were saying that they had an off feeling about Landon since a while, and so did I when I watched their Q&A together. I felt like he was being too insecure through it all. She was being in the moment, she was being her butterfly self that he even described her as. But he was just too caught up on every single thing she was saying. Now, what that does to a relationship is it doesn't let a person be themselves. They always feel afraid and hesitant to be themselves around you. And what he did also was that when he met her, they shared the story of how they met. He literally, within the first few hours, decided that he wanted to marry her without even ever wanting to get to know her. One thing is you have seen her on social media, another thing is still wanting to court her, still wanting to get to know her personally, so that if you figured that there was something wrong, then you would have decided. Another thing, he could have decided to like end things when he got to know her, if he had such issues and if he felt really that insecure, right? But what he decided was to cheat on her, which was extremely pathetic, weak, and disgusting. That's exactly why, like, you're not supposed to act on your first impulse of being mind blown, enchanted, bewitched, and mesmerized by someone. You need to be like this person no matter how attractive, how beautiful, how good looking, how intelligent they are, and how amazing they seem to me, is still a human being. And if I actually want to love someone, and think about this, open your ears, as actually just try to understand where I'm coming from as I say this. When you marry someone, when you decide that someone is going to be a part of your life, you will have to accept them with their mistakes, something that you can still put up with. So this is something I had heard on the internet itself, and I want to really share it with you guys. When you decide to court someone, think of your negotiables and non-negotiables, and be very clear with it. So for me, my non-negotiable would be, let's say, disrespect someone, an avoidant person. I just cannot with an avoidant person. I need a healthy attachment style in my ideal person, because I'm trying to cultivate the same for somebody else. And I've seen this a lot. An avoidant person is completely all right. That's not a non-negotiable for them. They would love for themselves an affectionate person, but they would be all right even if the person wasn't affectionate. But for me, this is a non-negotiable. It's very clear, right? So you need to decide your non-negotiables and then get into your relationship, then court a person and be strong and true to it, no matter how enchanted you are by the person. This is even for the girls. There are so many girls, I've heard from my own friends, that they, fall for this guy, and they're like, the reason it's so difficult for me to even come out of this whole thing mentally is because obviously I was attached to him, but also I just was so enchanted to him. But that's what happens. Like, sometimes you have a type physically, in terms of an appearance, something that you like, the way a person can carry themselves, somebody's body language, things obviously could be attractive to you in a person, and that varies, because that's exactly why each and every individual has a different type. Let that stay aside and actually look for the things that you look for. Like, look for the things that really matter to you at the core: appearance, personality, demeanor. No need. And this is something that the wizard Liz, we've heard that wise woman say that she doesn't look for. Looks don't matter to her. Why? That's very wise. She has always said it in a joking way as well, but they don't matter, because a man's looks won't do shit. It's the personality, it's the fact that whether he's strong enough to act on his first impulse or not, whether he's the man of God, whether he prays, whether he is sincere, whether he can protect you, take care of you. These are the things that you have to look for. And since that man put up a show of being the kind of man that she said was her type for so many months, because obviously he just wanted to access her energy. If he actually loved her, he would have taken more time to get to know her. He wouldn't have loved to bombed her as much. He would have always vocalized everything he felt about this whole thing, their marriage, everything that he felt was wrong. And most importantly, he wouldn't cheat on her. For sure. You never cheat on the people you love. You try to ensure the best possible mental and physical wellness. And when a woman is pregnant in 4 months, absolutely disgusting and weak that is. And this is my stance on the whole situation. I really did want to speak on this because Wizard Liz is a woman who has had months and, in fact, years of influence on me. She's an incredible human being. And also, I'm not going to be pessimistic about the potential and of the idea of a man and a woman being in love and creating something beautiful together, because that person, that Landon, decided to cheat on her. I wish the best for her. I'm still optimistic about her future, because I pray for the people I love. I'm optimistic about my future. I'm optimistic about the future of every girl out there. And even if it doesn't, God forbid, include a man, then it's fine. You know, whatever it is the best for us will happen. Also, let's please not just tell that the wizard Liz is to be blamed. She's not. She's a very strong woman. And I'd like to conclude on this quote: life is 10% of what happens to you and 90% of how you react to it. And the fact that Wizard Liz decided to step out of that marriage, to be strong, to mourn the grief, to make it known to the world that this is what happened, because she, after that point, wasn't responsible. She wasn't selfless enough to, and you should never be selfless, because she has a whole video dedicated on how being selfless changed her life for the better. You should never be selfless. So she was, not selfless enough to keep it hidden, because probably he had started with his own apologizing way before she even spoke about it or mentioned it on social media. She walked out. She chose herself. Most importantly, she did not go after, in the petty things that pick me women do also, is she did not go after the woman who informed to her that Landon was trying to text her and get her to meet him, she prayed for her. That is also what the book Power of Your Subconscious Mind mentions. And it is that you need to send blessings verbally, mentally to people that you could potentially even have any hint of jealousy with. Not to say she had it, but that's a very good thing you're supposed to be doing when something like this happens, to send blessings to the person that made it known to her, and forgiving also, even though she wasn't at fault, but to just keep it all at peace, to end things on a good note, right? We learn from the wizard list is like, if your man decides to cheat on you, if he decides to leave you for another woman, a lot of insecure pick me women who cannot have it face to face with their man, they will go to the woman heated on the girl with, and they'll go to the woman and they'll start targeting her, questioning her character, and putting blames. Half of the times the woman doesn't even know, because the man makes it look like, oh, we're nothing. That's the man's strategy. He makes it look like, oh, we're not a thing. Like, even when he was texting her, what was he saying? Oh, like, we're not serious. Even though before that, he was literally love bombing her in front of us in that Q&A. Generally, a man will not even make it known to you that he's in a relationship or in a marriage. And as much as I hate to admit it, as somebody that works, as somebody that has to deal with both men and women while she's, in her career path, I have been on the receiving end of this. I've witnessed this firsthand, that men don't make it known when they're committed. When they want you, they're going to try everything to have you. You have to be wise enough to think that, okay, I'll have to find out his whole life history, or to an extent, or the biodata, or whatever it is, in order to ensure my own safety, my own peace. I need to make sure that if in case he happens to have anybody in his life, I can just move out the first go. Don't go for the woman he chooses over you. Literally, just don't even seek revenge, like the wizard list said in one of our videos as well. Just leave them, let them go, move out, prioritize your self respect. Tell God every time you think about them having hurt you, tell God about it. God will take revenge for you. Trust me, God is with the fair. On that note, I hope you guys learned something from this video. And if you did, do subscribe, like, comment down below. What is it that you resonated with the most about this video, what your stance is about the wizard list situation, so that others who watch the comments can learn from us, learn from your stance on it. And go and follow me on Instagram as well. And I will meet you guys in my very next video. Take care. Allah Hafiz. Biman Allah.